Hello everyone, this is Warhawk Beyond 2040 and welcome to another edition of the Batwoman Season 3 review series. And today I am going to be talking about episode 11, Broken Toys, which I have just finished watching. And before I get into talking about episode 11, I just want to quickly say that we are now 2 episodes away from season 3 wrapping up. So that means that we are 2 editions away from this review series being brought to a close. And this season, unlike previous seasons, has pretty much been a short one. I mean, this season has so far had 11 episodes, but it's a total of 13. And traditionally, I always remember seasons were always 13 episodes, but I always remember back in the day that Arrowverse shows were usually 22 or 23 episodes. But in recent years, they've scaled down the numbers quite a lot. So we've gone from sometimes 18, sometimes 19, sometimes even 15. But I think bringing the Arrowverse shows to a nice number like 13 is a good way to go out on, because I always remember traditionally shows always ended on 13 episodes. So 2 episodes away from season 3 being wrapped up. And I can honestly say that this has been a very good season. You know, a couple little clunkers along the way, of course. You're never going to get a completely perfect season, unless you're Stargirl or Superman and Lois. But I would say season 3 has been very strong. Ryan Wilder is now officially and fully accepted as Batwoman. Javicia Leslie, I've already accepted her as the show's Batwoman. You know, it's been a very good season. It's been highly enjoyable. Really enjoyed this one a lot. So I'm going to give a quick recap of what's happened so far, and then we're going to get straight into talking about episode 11. So at the end of episode 10, we saw Ryan, Luke, and Sophie rescue Mary and free her from the influence of poison ivy, and she was restored back to normal. But however, Mary had to live with the guilt her actions have caused while she was under the influence of poison ivy, as she learned that she took another person's life. And we also saw Marcus has awakened from his coma, and it looks like they are definitely going to make him the next Joker, because they've been teasing this for several episodes now. And also at the very end, we saw Jada, Ryan's mother, declare war on Batwoman and has pretty much turned Gotham City against her, and has told Batwoman to come forward and turn herself in. So that was a very good way to end episode 10 and a cool setup for episode 11. So with that all said, let's get straight into it. Let's talk about episode 11, Broken Toys. So in this episode, Ryan and Luke and Sophie and Mary are looking for this joy buzzer, which originally fried Marcus when he was a child at the hands of the Joker. And apparently that this joy buzzer, when used on Marcus, will restore him back to normal. But they have to find it first, and they spend most of this episode trying to track it down. And they come face to face with a lady named Kiki, who is one of Joker's partners in crime, who is referred to as the Toy Maker, and she's played by Judy Reyes. And for those of you who know that name, Judy Reyes played Carla in the comedy sitcom Scrubs, and she looks amazing. I thought she did a great job channeling that wacky, wild madness that's all of the Gotham City villains are known for. And we also got a reference to Harley Quinn. It would appear that Harleen Quinzel was Kiki's doctor at one point, so that's an interesting bit of continuity there, especially as the Joker was originally the patient of Dr. Harleen Quinzel at Arkham Asylum. And we also remember that this joy buzzer was kept hidden in Renee Montoya's office, much to the dismay of Ryan and her friends. So they're trying to look for this joy buzzer in the hopes that it will restore Marcus back to normal. And throughout this episode, we see Marcus getting more crazier, more madder, like the Joker. And even at one point in the episode, he even like wears a long coat, which is very similar to what Joaquin Phoenix's Joker wore in the 2019 movie. So there was lots of Joker influence throughout this episode, even though the Joker didn't actually physically appear in this episode. So that side of it was pretty good. I thought that was quite enjoyable. And also in this episode, we saw the return of Victor Zsasz, who held Ryan and her mother Jada hostage. And he says to Ryan that Batwoman has 1 hour to make an appearance or Jada gets killed. And we see Ryan take him out and reveals her secret identity to her mother. The only thing I've not liked about the shows is that how everybody finds out the hero's secret identity so quick. And, I'll give an example. Batman protected his secret identity with an iron fist. He never let anybody know who he was, apart from very few trusted friends and associates. I do feel that the secret identity of Batwoman, especially in 3 seasons so far, just gets thrown out like an old shoe or something, because, hey, I'm Batwoman. I've never really liked that, how everybody just finds out the hero's secret identity so quickly. I hope they change that, because it does get very old very, very quickly. If Batwoman is supposed to be like Batman, then not many people should know the secret identity of this Gotham vigilante. That's something I've never really got into, to be honest. We saw Luke back in action as Batwing and has fully accepted his role as a hero, and his AI father, Lucius Fox, says that he's very proud of him. And we also see Mary try to help Alice escape from Gotham by giving her a pack of clothes and lots of money to just walk away. But Alice says that she's willing to stay because she's got a sister and she needs the joy buzzer back from Marcus. So quite an interesting bond they've developed here, Alice and Mary, over the course of several episodes now. And obviously she was a different person. Mary was Poison Ivy, but it's good to see that the bond hasn't fully evaporated, so there's still something there. And we also saw at the end Kiki and Marcus have the joy buzzer, and it looks like to me that the show is pushing them to be the next Joker and Harley Quinn. And we finally saw Sophie and Ryan hook up after their little kiss that they shared a couple of episodes back. So it's going to be interesting to see how everything will go forward from here, especially as we are 2 episodes away from season 3 wrapping up. But overall, aside from the little disappointments I had, this was still an enjoyable episode, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next. And Judy Reyes as Kiki was just absolutely amazing. She looks exactly the same as she did in Scrubs, and it's kind of cool to see her play a very mad character, because I've always been used to seeing her as Carla, who's very serious, occasionally cracks the odd joke, but Carla was always serious. So to see Judy Reyes play a wacky villain, was a welcome change, and she still looks amazing as ever and still a great actress. So that's going to be it from me. I'm going to wrap this up now. What was your thoughts on episode 11? Did you enjoy it? How do you feel about Kiki and Marcus having possession of the joy buzzer? Could this be that they're the next new Joker and Harley Quinn? And also, we've heard Alice also declare that she is after the joy buzzer from Marcus as well. What do you think her plans are regarding the joy buzzer? And what's your thoughts on Sophie and Ryan finally hooking up after this little weird will they, won't they scenario that's been going on with them. You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Batwoman Season 3 review series, where I am going to be talking about episode 12, which I am looking forward to talking about, especially with the way this one ended with Kiki and Marcus. Should be a good one, and I'm looking forward to talking about it. And plus, we are 2 episodes away from Season 3 finishing, and I'm very interested to see how Season 3 is going to end. So, until next time, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, as always, much appreciated. Thanks for listening.